This is one of the most difficult challenges to belief in God. If God is all good and all powerful, then why is there evil and suffering in the world? Now, this isn't just an academic challenge. It's deeply personal, especially for those of us who have experienced evil and suffering. Now, I don't have any illusions that I'm going to answer the problem of evil in this short video. However, I want to highlight some of the ways that Christians have responded. These are typically called theodicies. They are reasons why God might allow bad stuff to happen. For example, we might talk about the fall. The world isn't the way God originally made it. Human beings were placed into the Garden of Eden, and it was good. But they disobeyed. They brought sin into the world, and that act of sin has consequences. The Apostle Paul says that the whole creation has been groaning. So there's the fall. Next, some Christians appeal to human free will as another reason why God might allow evil and suffering in the world. The free will theodicy posits that evil and suffering exist as a consequence of humans having the freedom to make choices, which includes the possibility of choosing to do evil. As a matter of fact, the Bible's full of people exercising their free will in disobedience of God, and suffering results. Another reason might be for a greater good. Greater good theodicies posit that despite the presence of evil and suffering, there exists a greater good or purpose that justifies or outweighs the existence of such evil and suffering. One example is found in Genesis 50:20. Joseph endures tremendous evil at the hands of his brothers, but he says to his brothers, "As for you, you meant evil against me, but God meant it for good to bring it about that many people should be kept alive as they are today." Of course, Jesus' death on a cross would be another example of a great good coming from a horrendous evil. Another reason why God might permit evil and suffering is called the soul-making theodicy. It's argued that some evil and suffering is necessary for the development of human souls. In this view, this world serves as a veil of soul-making, where struggles and trials faced by individuals contribute to the formation of their characters. This world gets us ready to spend eternity with God. Finally, some argue that God allows evil and suffering because he wants to reveal certain things about himself that otherwise we wouldn't know. For example, it's in a world with sin that God demonstrates his grace, his mercy, his forgiveness, his justice, and even his enemy love. So we've looked at some of the reasons why God might allow evil and suffering, but I want you to notice something. There's still some liquid left over. That's because we don't have all of God's reasons figured out, and we shouldn't expect to. He's God, we're not. We do our best to understand God's ways, and then we trust him even when we don't understand.